championship. They're all right together, about 6 or 8 from the inside. And it looks like a Yamaha rider from the inside will snag the whole shot. We'll see. It might have been Kilroy. It's Kalitsian out front. Tommy Rios second. Coquino's third. Hymas fourth. Jack Chambers fifth. Kessler, Kitchen, Harrison, and Wisdom. But it's way too early. It's Hymas now out front as he gets around Kalitsian. And this is great news for Chance Hymas. You just got to finish ahead of Kilroy and Kitchen if you are Chance Hymas, and they have to do the same for you. There's Kilroy on the Suzuki.
Hey, so much for our bench racing analysis. Hymas and Kitchen had terrible starts in the previous Moto. They are on 250s. We were thinking, well, they're both going to have to come through traffic because they're not going to get the starts. Hymas on a KX 250 has gotten the early lead here, and that is a huge advantage. Kalitsian, who had a great ride this morning, showing what he's made of. Oh, but then feet off the pegs. Going to slow Luke up a little bit, and that allows Hymas to get further away. Yeah, Hymas was able to dip out and sprint away, but they caught him towards the end, did Levi Kitchen, so he needs to do the same thing, be a little stronger, deeper in the moto, and he can walk away with this championship. Like we said, they're all tied up. Chance has been solid, 2-2 scores. Kilroy with 1-3, Kitchen 3-1. Three-way tie. Kitchen started about 7th. You're not going to just roll through this pack as quickly as a hot knife through butter. The other Moto, I think he started around 30th or so. He can make passes back there, but when you're getting to the top 5, there's some serious heat in open pro sport. Let's see how quickly he can get up there. He has to do it.
Yeah, he's got Hunter Yoder directly in front of him. Nobody in front of this young man here, the 86, the 16-year-old sensation from Kawasaki. Chance Hymas, the next big thing here.
Got to respect Hymas. The story coming in, of course, Kitchen, he's 20 years old. It's Hymas' first shot in the A-class, and he could potentially even come back here next year, but he wants to win now, and has an opportunity to do it. Kitchen is up to 5th, working on Luke Kalitsian. Oh, slingshot maneuver around the outside. Can Kitchen complete the pass right here? As we check in with Kilroy, is Kilroy closing on Hymas?
1.5 seconds, I'd say he is. Kitchen trying something around the outside of the 51 of Jace Kessler as they jump into the 10 Commandments. Kitchens will be able to triple out. And we won't know who has this pass made until they get into storyline. This is a always tricky spot here.
No, I love it, man. I know a lot of people.
Oh Hymas
no!
Is down.
Hymas has thrown it away. He crashed. He's back up. He's right there with Kitchen. So now the advantage shifts to Preston Kilroy.
Wow, that's why we race these 3 motos here. Hymas goes down in that tricky, rutted section. He's got Kitchens right in front of him. He has to immediately go after him, or at least follow him up to Kilroy if they can catch him. There's Kilroy just going out of the video. All
right, so he is motivated right now, and in the sandwich is the Yamaha rider, Jace Kessler, who's right in with this group. See the number 51. Then it's Kitchen, now Hymas, and Luke Kalitsian right there. So how about this? Preston Kilroy has his shot at it with open racetrack.
We saw Hymas, he was able to get around Kitchen yesterday, actually made the pass. So he's capable of doing it, and here he comes, Jason Weigand. It looks like he listened to you.
He's catching back up, absolutely. Now almost to the point where he can show Kitchen a wheel. Meanwhile, Kitchen trying to figure out a way to get around Jace Kessler. Kessler will be here on the inside. Wow. Kitchen's got to grease this outside corner. I don't know if he's got the room. Kessler fights him off. Kessler looks over. Kessler not making it easy. You got to fight for your position, and Jace Kessler's doing it. Kitchen able to lock it down.
Kessler trying to go right back at him, but Kitchen will hold the spot here. Chance Hymas has to go immediately with Kitchen. You will watch, he will just disappear.
Meanwhile, there's 4 seconds in it. Kitchen has moved up to 2nd, but Preston Kilroy, it is his title to win or lose. Can he maintain this lead?
It's his best chance to win one. A 1-3-1 would do it. Kalitsian trying to hang tough. There is Yoder back in the number 6 spot. Rios, Harrison, Chambers, and Scherer round out your top 10 as we take a look at Kilroy, who is doing his best disappearing act. And he better, because the 47 of Levi Kitchens on the move.
This is what this Bar X Suzuki team has been waiting for. They've won plenty of motos here the last few years. They've showed momentum. They showed strength. They've proven to people that Suzuki can do it. But what they have not done is had someone actually lock down the title. He had Moto wins early in the week. Did Kilroy. Will he deliver on a championship this time? And it will be a stopwatch battle between he and Kitchen.
Well, look at that fast lap he put down on the second lap, a 154, a full second faster than anyone else. But Kitchen now has clean, clear air. He can run and choose the lines he wants. And it looks like he's starting to close in.
I believe Kilroy is on a 450 and Kitchen on a 250. Obviously, off the start, 450 is going to be an advantage. It might tilt the other way for Kitchen if they get into a one-on-one battle, as he is trying to close in as you see Hymas and Kessler really tussling for the number 3 spot.
And it looks like another pass is coming for Kessler as Hymas is working in the same spot that Kitchens did to make that pass a lap ago. Got to be careful there. By the billboards we go with your leaders. They've already cleared that section. Kilroy clears it first. Kitchens is on the move. He's got it down to 3.3 seconds, Jason.
Well, how about that? Preston Kilroy stepped it up. He put in his best lap of the Moto. But Kitchen put in his best lap also and shaved another 0.8 off.
He's
got him in sight.
Disheartening when you know you're putting down your best lap and the guy just keeps on coming. And you know he's not going anywhere. He's not going to get tired. He's going to go the distance here.
I thought Hymas had that move on Kessler, but he has been a tough customer today. Chase Kessler fighting back, holding on to that third place spot as we focus in on your leaders. Levi Kitchen out of Washougal, Washington, going after the Idaho native, Preston Kilroy, with everything on the line.
Hymas cannot get around Chase Kessler. Kessler has a 4th to his credit in one of these motos, so he can run that pace. But Hymas stuck behind the 51 of Kessler. Kitchens on the move right now. He has got him right where he wants him. He can see him choosing those lines. He can be methodical about where he's thinking about putting this pass together.
And they have straight pulled away from this battle. Hymas again with a pass on Kessler. Kessler again going to try to get him back. This time Hymas appears to have it locked down. But we were thinking, man, would Kitchen have time to get to Kilroy? We are not even at the halfway point of this moto, and he has gotten there. So we're going to have a duel.
He is there, the finish line turn. That's where you'll find Preston Kilroy on that Bar X Suzuki, and Kitchen just smoked that left-handed turn. Up and over the step up there, the tunnel of love. Kitchens now stalking the number 80 of Kilroy. And that battle has pushed them about 5 seconds out front of Hymas. So Hymas with a bunch of work to do now. And Kitchens now can make the pass any minute. He has got it, and he's going to do it right now. Kitchens runs it on the inside. I thought he had the pass made.
Here it is, side by side, long short shoot. Who's going to let off late? Kilroy able to hold it. Let's see the triple. Kitchen a triple and then blitzing.
He was getting on top of them things. We have not seen much of that. Oh, and a little bobble there by Kitchen. A little bit of breathing room for Kilroy.
Well, how about it? He got there, but Kilroy fended him off. Just
how long can you fight this rabid dog off, though?
Yeah, we've got more than half the moto. 11 minutes remain in a 20-minute open pro sport duel. Preston Kilroy, actually out of Wyoming. And there is Kitchen. He's going to have to reset and make another attack.
So the hotbed of motocross, Wyoming and Washington State.
Yeah, exactly.
Going at it 1-2. And Hymas out of Utah. So known for all of those, the racers that have come out of those states. We jest here.
Starting to build a little something in that area, the Idaho, Utah, Wyoming area. Seen a lot of fast riders come through there. As for Kitchen, yes, Washougal, Washington, right where the racetrack is. That is his hometown. But his whole deal changed when he started riding at the Real Deal training. Oh no! Kilroy loses the front and the lead. And with it, most likely the title.
Oh, there he's got to kickstart that Suzuki. That's one of the disadvantages there as the riders keep flying by. Preston Kilroy. Oh.
Might need to get it in neutral, which is potentially difficult to do when you're in that rut. Oh, Preston Kilroy, your heart goes out. We had a battle on our hands, but Kitchen was applying the pressure, and he cannot get that bike fired.
Cameras still trained on the number 80 of Preston Kilroy. Oh, what could have been. So there, 2 of the 3 riders have gone down. Hymas goes down early in the moto. Allows Kilroy to get past, and Kitchen. And then Kilroy goes down in the finish line turn, allowing Kitchen to go by. So Kitchen did not have to pass either of those riders while they were racing. Not that he wouldn't have gotten them, but they both not that he wouldn't have gotten around them eventually, but Hymas went down, Kitchen goes around, Preston Kilroy goes down, Kitchen goes around him as well. But you got to be in it, in that, what they say, you got to be in the fight, in it to win it.
So Hymas recovers now for the number 2 spot. He had the lead. He fell. He was under pressure from Kilroy. Kilroy was under pressure from Kitchen, and Kitchen has made it happen. I don't believe Kitchen had a good start in any moto this week. He had to come from behind 6 times, and he's going to turn in 2 championships if he can avoid the gremlins that got to Hymas and Kilroy, but a different scenario. He is not riding with anyone applying pressure. He is long gone now. Yeah. 12 seconds up. Yeah,
the pit board's going to say, relax. The lead continues to grow for Levi Kitchen. Chance Hymas here comes past us on the number 86 machine.
Well, unreal what he has done. He credited the Real Deal training facility, which is actually on the property owned by Kevin Windham. Really took it to a next level for him when he won here last year. We told the story almost every moto he's been in. He won 2 titles in the B class and swept all of his motos, but he did it in limited 250 and 450B, which is not primarily where the hottest B riders race. They usually race 250B and often Schoolboy 2 or 450 mod. I believe that's where LeBlanc raced last year. So a lot of people were wondering, oh, okay, Kitchen won 6 motos, but can he legitimately do it against anyone? He quickly proved throughout the year, even in the A class, that he can take on all comers, and he did it once again here at Loretta's.
Yeah, he has been the class of the field here all year long.
Well, you've gone to a lot of these races. He's Freestone. He was lights out.
This is it. He's done this very thing everywhere he has gone. And if you're a team manager, and I know he's already locked into his deal, this is what I like. From a bad start, doesn't get frazzled. You don't see him going down and impatient making passes. It's just like he knows the pace, and it brings him right to the rider in front of him. 7 more minutes to go. It seems like a lifetime ago that Hymas was leading, and then Kilroy. So 3 different leaders in this race. There is Kilroy. And where is Preston Kilroy? He's in 14th place, and that's after a bunch of passes. I guarantee you he was as far back as 25th trying to start that bike.
You're right. And by the way, man, nothing saps your energy like just sitting there stationary and trying to kickstart a bike. So, you know, he's got to be a little bit low on fuel right now.
No doubt. That is actually a CrossFit exercise. They have a bike that won't start at all the CrossFit gyms, and that is one of the workout of the days here. 20 reps on the bike trying to kickstart it.
I think we've all been there, done that at some point. So Kilroy had his shot, but that is what Loretta's is designed to do. It's a 1-week championship that puts so much pressure on each individual moment. There isn't a, well, I can still score some points and come back in a few rounds. There isn't a, well, it's a long series, can't win into the first one, but you can lose it. It's all on the line, and it was right there. Hymas had a shot, he crashed. Kilroy had a shot, he crashed. And that's what this event is designed to do, to put the most possible pressure on a rider to prove himself. Now, you don't have to feel too bad for Chance Hymas. The future is his.
It's very bright. He's going to be one of the favorites if he stays amateur and rides the A-Class next year. You have to think both he and Rider D and Romano, oh my goodness, that'll be a lot of fun. But going back to Loretta's, it will expose you. If you've not done the training, not done the work in the ruts, you're not going to run away from it. It will find you. You can go 10 minutes, but can you go 20? Can you ride these rough tracks? It's not going to be smooth. It's never smooth.
So Hymas looking to bring it home. This will be second in the moto and second overall. Kilroy will still take third overall if it ends like this over Cullen Park and Hunter Yoder. They are fourth and fifth. Amorine, Kessler, Rios, Robbie Marshall. Oh, running strong in this Pro Sport division. He is 9th overall, and Heath Harrison is 10th. You love it. Harrison and Marshall put on a battle to the death in 25 plus, and here they are, 9th and 10th overall in Pro Sport. The guys they have a way of finding each other on the racetrack.
Fantastic. That's too cool. Way back in the pack, they're 9th and 10th, and they still manage their speed. They're going to wind up on the racetrack together.
Yep.
Hey, so what about Matthew LeBlanc? Is he going to ride A-Class next year? Is he going pro with Star? What's happening with him? Do we know yet?
Yeah, good question, actually. He's been down there hanging out. He said his injury actually was a little more complicated than he thought. He did need some surgery. I talked to him earlier in the week, but I'm not sure what his schedule is. That's a good question. We'll try to unpack that.
That'll be a very busy A-Class looking forward to next year as these guys turn pro. The kids in the schoolboy class jump in the B-Class like Ferry and Finnis. Rider D vacates the B-Class, goes to the A-Class. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Star having that many riders, 3 amateur riders right now between Kitchen, LeBlanc, and Romano, who was the star of the B classes so far this week.
Kawasaki a little top heavy as well with Rider D, Towers, and Jet Reynolds, Hymus. They're all AB. They're all should be now A riders, so they're going to have some decisions to make over there as well. The decision that Levi Kitchen has to make is which hand he wants to use to hold the medal, to hold the #1 plate. That's what he's thinking about. That's what's on his mind. He's got 3 minutes to go, and he can sort that out on the podium. Levi Kitchen, he was a 125 specialist. That's kind of where he got his notoriety from. Yamaha saw something special in him, signed him, and the rest is, as they say, history. He has just figured it out, and I could care less how old the guy is. Justin Cooper came in a few years older than the average guy. It doesn't matter. He's one of the fastest up-and-coming riders in America, no matter what his age is. Levi Kitchens, 3 minutes to go. Hymus solid in the #2 spot. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch over the next few years.
Let's think about this right now.
Let's do it.
Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha is leading the 450 Pro Points, the 250 Pro Points. They're going to have the top A rider here at Loretta's and the top B rider.
Yes. Not a bad scouting deal going on there. They dig deep down into the amateur ranks, find the best guys, get them ready. And you're looking at one of the best that they have to offer right now. And the guys coming behind him, the juniors and the freshmen here on the Star Racing team, if you will. LeBlanc, Romano, they will be formidable in that A-Class. Romano, in fact, the fastest lap of the week, a 152, and he is a B rider, folks, and he's a young one. Two-lap board is out for the number 47, taking his last laps around the ranch here in this open pro sport class. He will put a bow on his amateur career. Levi Kitchens will see the white flag. 2 more laps to go before he wraps it up and then takes that plunge into the big leagues. He gets the call up. Finish out the last few nationals with Star Racing. So the 8th and 9th place finish of Robbie Marshall and Heath Harrison continues.
I tell you, it's neat. What, a year ago when we were here at Loretta Lynn's, a lot of these riders that were making that next step was going to be waiting for the next race to take place here at Loretta Lynn's, but they'll be going to the home of horsepower, from what I understand, up there at Unadilla next week to kick off their professional careers. But what a great way to end your amateur careers. You come around here with a 3-1-1. One more lap to go, and the tenure for Levi Kitchen is nearly complete as an amateur here at Loretta Lynn's, Kevin.
Yeah, and he's done it the right way. There's been no fuss over the way he's gotten here. He's done it a very classy way. Never heard any bad stories about him from any of the races I've been at. So props to Levi Kitchen. A fantastic amateur career. Came on strong in his last couple of years. It's weird, like some guys, they get that golden spoon early on in their career and they just ride it all the way until they turn pro. This guy, as a family, they had to grind it out. He was 15, he was 16, wasn't get a lot of help. 17, he gets a little bit of help. 18, now here he is, 19 or so, and he has finally gotten it sorted out. He is going to be your champion. He has worked so hard for this.
Working his way through the lap traffic, Levi Kitchen on lap number 11. Lap number 10, as they took the white flag, he turned a 157.818. That's not by far the fastest lap he had turned today, a 151.711, and that's
the fastest lap of the week right there.
Pretty much, that's what I was going to say. We're getting right in that neighborhood of fastest lap territory.
No, that is. Romano was a 152 yesterday, so we know into the 151s now. Impressive.
So we'll call it 151.711 is what looks like our fast lap is.
That is 4 seconds faster than Hymas, 5 faster than Kessler. And where is Kilroy with his lap time? He turned a 153.8.
19.2 seconds was the deficit heading into the final lap with Hymas back there in the number 2 spot. Another rider that should not hang his head any whatsoever. Coming around for the final turn now. And closing out this page in history as he puts his name atop the 250, the Open Pro Sport history pages. Your AMA Amateur National Open Pro Sport Motocross Champion Levi Kitchen making his way to the winner's podium with a 3-1-1 score here at Loretta Lynn's. Chance Hymas checking in now with a 2-2-2 for an overall second. And your 11th place ride should score the 3rd place overall with a 1, 3, and 11. Preston Kilroy, but coming across the finish line for Moto Bronze here today. Aboard the 51 will be Jace Kessler, who turned his week around. A 17 in Moto 1, a 4 in Moto 2, and wrapping it up with a Moto Bronze will be Kessler. He'll finish 7th overall. But that rider right there, the 47 of Levi Kitchen, all the accolades going there and all the celebrations heading in his direction, and rightfully so, with a very solid week of racing here at Loretta Lynn's as we head down to the podium and winner's circle and begin these celebrations with Jason Wygant.
Thank you. It's officially like hot under normal conditions here. Not Loretta's level hot, but we are going to let these riders cool off for a minute. That was a hard effort and a bit of a burnout on the podium. You can literally smell the burnt Dunlop from the stage of Levi Kitchen, who has done it. He has won both Pro Sport Championships. Great effort for Jace Kessler to take 3rd. Man, he did not take any gruff from anyone. He fought these guys the entire way, and Chance Hymas ends up finishing in 2nd. Kitchen's already breaking it down with his team, but he'll have plenty of time for that. We will bring him up to the stage. And it was Luke Kaleitson who got the whole shot, so we can bring Luke on up if he's around as well. Luke had a good start in this one. We saw him obviously with the whole shot, but also up there first couple of laps battling with these guys, trying to take down the big targets. Let's bring Levi Kitchen on up. And what a phenomenal run it has been, but he definitely did not make it easy on himself. I don't think we saw a single good start from Levi Kitchen all week. So every time he had to do it the hard way, coming from the back. As we clear the stage and get ready for our new number 1 in Open Pro Sport, doing it on the 250. He's got too much sponsor swag and product that he's got to get on here. Here we go. For the 2nd time this week, what a spectacular send-off to his amateur career. We'll see him at Unadilla in about a week's time to officially begin his pro adventure. He did start 1 race in the pro ranks this year. He gets the moto win again from behind in clutch circumstances. Now 2-time champion for 2021, Levi Kitchen. Well, a great ending, but seriously, did you have a good start at any moto this week?
Yeah, in the 250 class, I think I was top 3. Well, I whole shotted the first one, and then I was like top 3 in the other 2. Just on the 450 class, I don't know if it's in my head, but it wasn't the bike, it was just me again. Just didn't get a very good jump, but I actually came out, I squeezed my way in there and then made a few bad choices the first 2 turns, and I seen the Cowie getting away, which was Chance, and I just knew that could not happen, and then got into third, and I seen he made a mistake, and I capitalized, and then just try to reel in Preston and get him. So it was a good race.
Yeah, it was spectacular. Were you worried at all, or did you think you had enough time? Was it manageable, or were you a little nervous at first?
I was pretty nervous when I seen Chance get out front that early. I was still back in probably 6th, and I thought, man, I got to go.
Okay, so you got it done. I know it's a little early, and you're focused on a pro career also, but what kind of emotions have you had here over the last 24 hours with these titles?
I mean, it's been great, but I'm really looking forward to next weekend, seeing what I can do against the pros.
Do yourself a favor and enjoy it a little bit, though.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm going to go jump in the creek right after this.
That's what we want to hear. All right. Levi, I know you got a lot of people supporting you. This has become the most dominant team in both amateur and pro, so who do you want to thank?
First off, my mom and dad for sacrificing everything. I couldn't be here without them. And then the whole Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha team, my mechanic Connor, Derek, Drew, Seth, Bobby, I mean everybody for believing in me, helping me out. Thor, 100%, Bell, Alpine Star. Yeah, and Rhino Power, Ethica. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I don't really, it's hard to remember all of them, but I cannot thank them enough.
Lost for words. That's the way you should feel. Let's hear it for our champion. We'll bring the #1 plate to the stage. And for the second time this year, Levi Kitchen is Pro Sport National Champion. Let's hear it for Levi Kitchen. All right, Levi, we'll let you go hang out, cool off for a minute as we bring our second place finisher on up. Well, both Kitchen and Hymas and Kilroy all have their shot at it. They all had their chance to shine. It was a good run for Hymas to take second. We'll bring him on up and hand out the silver. And you had to be clutch with the starts, and he did. He got his 250 out front early against a pack of mostly 450s in Open Pro Sport, but it was one crash ultimately that upended his chances, but still a great run for a guy who was in the Schoolboy 2 division and B class last year and is young enough to, who knows, maybe even come back and pursue more titles at Loretta's next year. We'll have to see the timeline. Let's get Chance Hymas on up. All right, this is what we always say. This race is building tomorrow's future stars. I think we got a whole bunch of them in this pack, including this rider. He'll take second overall and second in the Moto on the Monster Team Green Kawasaki, Chance Hymas. I mean, you already know what I'm going to ask about. It was one mistake, and it all could have been different, right?
Yeah, I put myself in the perfect spot to win the title, and I just threw it away. Just a little mistake I made, and I shouldn't have made it, but my riding's there. I just got to put all the pieces together.
Yeah, do you even know what the future is for you the next month or year, where you're going to go, what you're going to do? Like, are you going to be back here next year? Any idea?
I'm not sure yet. I'm just focused on riding my dirt bike.
I know you didn't get the titles you wanted, but overall, a solid week for you?
Yeah, coming from when I started the first moto in 7th to being on the box every other moto, I can't complain. My riding's there. I just got to start my motos from the beginning, start good, but overall, I'm happy with my riding.
Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, everyone at Team Green Kawasaki. Young Primo had my bike working amazing. Same with Luke and Matt over at Pro Circuit. Max at Fly, Dave and John over at Scott. You guys are treating me awesome. And Pocatello Power Sports, Weston Power Sports, Maxima, Dunlop, Ethica, Rhino Power, RMX Series, Toggle Factory, Cache Valley MX, all my friends and family that came to watch me, and everyone else, thank you.
There it is, everyone. Chance Hymas, a great effort, and he will end up second with a story to tell of his own. We'll see if he returns here next year or if maybe pro is in his immediate future. We'll bring up our third place finisher and also our whole shot winner, Luke Kalitzen. Always fun to talk to him on stage. So big talk always as we bring Kessler on up. Big talk always about the riders that have the factory rides, but then you have the riders trying to beat them. If Kessler wants to come up, guys are always aiming for them to show they can get it done as well. And a great effort. Let's hear it for the 51, Chase Kessler. Man, you were fighting these guys the whole moto.
Yeah, man. I'm just super thankful to be up here. Super happy, man. I should have been here all week, honestly. Had a bunch of problems, bikes blown up, bad motos, crashes, but I believed all along. I knew I could be up here, and I got off to a pretty good start. Led a couple laps, and man, just tried to bring it home for a podium. That was my goal, and just super happy, and I can't thank everybody enough.
All right, who do you want to thank, Jake?
My mom and dad, my girlfriend, my whole family, the whole 18, Justin, Jamie, Mike, Marky Mark, everybody, real deal. Kevin, Sherry, everybody. O'Neill, 100%, Monster, Ethica, MMCR. I can't thank him enough for everything. Enzo Racing, Kessler Concrete, and everybody else. Thank you so much.
Chase Kessler, third place.